He died, Jesus, teacher, prophet, Messiah, King, God's own Son, hung and bled and died, and won the victory of the ages. And in that one death, that for the moment appeared like defeat, he did more for us than we could do for ourselves in countless lifetimes.
He paid the penalty for our sin.
Opened the door to rich relationship with God.
Saved us from fear, self-loneliness.
Gave us freedom, purity, fellowship, peace, joy. He made us whole.
It was the greatest victory of the most significant battle in history, and a prelude for much yet to come.
He told them the time was coming, told them in the upper room, told them in Gethsemane.
Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be mocked, and they shall scourge him, and put him to death. And the third day he shall rise again.
In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also.
And yet, those closest to him didn't understand. 11 men watched him die a slow, terrifying death. Saw him dragged off and buried in a borrowed tomb. 11 men who had seen him heal sickness, turn water into wine, and raise men from the dead, hid away in an upper room, frightened and confused. They wept, prayed, slept, and tried not to sleep, and waited, wondering.
So much I was sure of only yesterday. I knew where you were leading, certain of the way. But the hurting in this moment makes me realize I really didn't understand all I saw with my own eyes. Right before our hearts, all that we believed changed in shape to fit some distant pattern we don't see. I don't know the reason, can't hear the rhyme, but I can't escape the truth. Right before our hearts, standing there, it's still you. Right before our hearts, it's you. So much I remember, so much I would say. If only you were here with me, still lighting up my way. The confusion echoes through my head. You said you'd never leave. You said I'd never be alone. So what is this I've seen? Right before our hearts, all that we believe changed in shape to fit some distant pattern we don't see. I don't know the reason, can't hear the rhyme, but I can't escape the truth. Right before our hearts, standing there, it's still you. Right before our hearts, it's you.
Galilee, we'd often walk for hours at a time. His words became alive in me, our hearts became entwined. Jesus opened up my eyes and gave me sight anew. No matter what this day may bring, I will hold on to His promises are true. I am sure of whom I have believed and trusted my heart to. He said he'd rise from death. And he said that he'll be back again, so I'll live believing in his promises. He gave to me for life that never ends, abiding with the Father, the chance to start again. He said we'd never be alone, his love would guide us through. So no matter what the future holds, I'll still hold on to his promises. His promises are true. I am sure of whom I have believed and trusted my heart to. He said he'd rise
Now after the Sabbath, as the first day of the week began to dawn, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary came to see the tomb. And there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone.
His countenance was like lightning, and his clothing as white as snow. And the guards shook for fear of him and became like dead men.
But the angel answered and said, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen. Go quickly and tell his disciples, he is risen."
Was it a morning like this when the sun still hid from Jerusalem and Mary rose from her bed to tempt the Lord she thought was dead? Was it a morning like this when Mary walked out from Jerusalem?
Angels stood by the
tomb. They were bearers of news she would hear soon. Did the grass sing? Did the earth rejoice to feel you again? Over and over like a trumpet underground, did the earth seem to pound? He is risen. Over and over in a never-ending round.
And as they raced toward the tomb, beneath their feet was there a tomb.
Did the grass sing? Did the earth rejoice to feel you again? Over and over like a trumpet underground, did the earth seem to pound? He is risen. Over and over in a never-ending round, he is risen. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Was it a morning like this when my Lord looked out on Jerusalem? He is risen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Christ the Lord is risen today. Hallelujah. The sons of men and angels say, Christ the Lord is risen today. Hallelujah. The sons of men and angels say, Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I know that Christ the Lord is risen today. Hallelujah. Christ the Lord is risen today.
Christ the Lord is risen.
And so when he rose early in the morning on the first day of the week, he appeared to Mary Magdalene. Then she went and told those who had been with him.
And when they heard that he was alive and had been seen by her,
They did not believe.
Trembling, we locked ourselves behind closed doors in fear. There within our midst the Lord appeared. We saw his hands and feet, rejoicing, for he truly was alive.
But Thomas doubted till he touched the Master's wounds. Then worshipped and cried out, Lord Christ, it's you. And Jesus blessed us, forming wondrous signs before our eyes. Tonight, because I saw him, I believe he has risen as foretold. How blessed are those who'll trust him sight unseen. I'll be their eyes, I'll let them know.
My Lord stood before me, I looked into his face. I'm his witness now. The power that caused him to rise has come into my life. I will prepare his way, for I'm his witness
For 40 days Christ came to all who had believed. Some saw him on the road, some by the sea. He spoke of God's great plan, his kingdom and the comforter he'd send.
Calling us witnesses, he led us to the mount, then blessed us and ascended through the clouds. In faith we watch the sky, we watch the shore. He's coming back for us again. The writings of this book never hold all the wondrous deeds he's done. That's why he'll send us out to win all souls. Let every voice proclaim as name as one.
I'm his witness now. I'm his witness now. My Lord stood before me, I looked into his face. I'm his witness now. The power that caused him to rise has come into my life. I will prepare his way, for I'm his witness now. I'm his witness now. I'm his witness now. I'm his
And he said to them, Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. And he who believes and is baptized will be saved, but he who does not believe will be condemned.
So then, after the Lord had spoken to them, he was received up into heaven and sat down at the right hand of God to await another morning yet to come.